Hey everybody, welcome back to another MRE review. This time I got a very exciting one for you. This is a genuine military MRE Menu 4 spaghetti with beef and sauce. This MRE was packed by AmeriQual Packing from Evansville, Indiana. As you can see on the bag, it says US government property, blah 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 blah. So it's a real deal, genuine military MRE. This one here I ordered off of Amazon, and it wasn't too bad. It was only $17 for the one, but for genuine military, that's not bad. This one here is probably going to be a longer video, considering this is a military MRE, real deal. It's got a lot more components to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it and see what we got. Alrighty, within the bag, the genuine military MREs, they do this secondary sealed bag that contains all the components of the MRE. This is a unique process to the MREs. I think so far only the military MREs do it like this, but I could be wrong. I haven't checked out all the civilian MREs yet, but as you can see, the green pack right there on top is our flameless ration heater. These are a little bit different than MRE Star. MRE Star uses a more civilian style. It's wider, and it's a white, kind of a white clearish bag. These are a green, clearish green colored bag. It says, you can see about right there, it's kind of backwards in the bag, but it says US at the top. But everything else is mostly the same. I mean, there are some differences. There's some different snacks in here. There's some, could be some desserts in here as well. But let's go ahead and get into it and see what's inside. Figure out how to peel this one apart. I haven't done one of these before, so this is going to be a brand new experience for me. I have had an older MRE military style before, but it was the older ones, and the dark brown bag before they went to tan. Alright, we found a place where we can get into it, I think. Okay, well, let's just tear it up. Try to tear it. I think you're supposed to be able to peel them open like... Okay, here we go. Alright, I think we got into it here. Alright, everything just kind of spilled out here on us. So I'll try to go through from the back to the front from which it was placed in the MRE bag. So right off the bat, we have our main. As you can tell, the military MREs, they don't really put nothing on their packs for the main, except right there they just kind of generically print spaghetti with beef and sauce and kind of like a computerized text on the bag, but that's all it has really. Everything else is just plain Jane. So there's our main. This is going to be a new experience for me. This is your sleeve that they put in here for you to put your main as well as the FRH inside to hold it while it's cooking. And on the back it has some little instructions, pretty handy little health instructions on the back for heat exhaustion. You got heat cramps, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, let's see what that says, hyponatremia. I think I pronounced that right. And it gives you a list of symptoms. So that's actually pretty cool that they print that on the back. About everything they can do to give you all the know-how. Of course, they put the nutrition facts on the sleeve instead of on the main pack. So this is pretty interesting so far. What we got next? Next we have our multi-grain snack bread. This is going to be a brand new experience for me. I haven't got to try this yet, and I'm pretty excited to try it out. This wheat snack bread was made the 21st day of 2016, it looks like, according to the pack date stamped on the bottom. I almost forgot. Let me look at the the pack date on the whole MRE. If I can get to pull up here. There it is. It was the 68th day of 2016, so the whole MRE was packed in probably about February or March. Probably March of 2016, it sounds to me like. So that's our wheat snack bread. Our wheat snack bread was packed in January for this MRE. What about the main? Okay, the main was done the looks like the 42nd day of 2016, if that's the right number I'm looking at. Cool. Next up we have our accessory pack. This accessory pack is quite a bit different than your civilian MRE. Of course, they still give you the moist towelette, but the main difference is you get chewing gum. As you can see, that little white square right there, that's chewing gum, and you have the Lighthouse brand toilet paper, and the skinny tube in there, I believe, is coffee. Looks like that's what that is. It could be a drink, though. I'm not 100% sure. It might be a drink. I see something on there that says bottled water, but we'll open our accessory pack here in a little bit. Next up we have some cranberries osmotic. I don't have a clue what osmotic means, except to my knowledge, they're supposed to be like raisins. So it's like a sun-dried cranberry that's supposed to be similar to raisins. So that's a new one for me as well. We'll have to get into that. Next up in the pack we have our MRE peanut butter. This is definitely going to be a new experience for me as well. I've never tried MRE peanut butter. I can't imagine it being much different than your regular standard jar of peanut butter, but I guess we'll find out. The pack kind of feels oily to the touch for some reason. I don't know if that was because of what's under it that it was packed on. I don't know why, but it does feel oily to the touch. I don't know if that's normal or not. But it does say to knead the peanut butter. So we'll go ahead and give that a good knead while we got it in our hands. Mix some of the oils back together so we can get a nice realistic taste for this. I don't think it would taste very good if either the oils was out of it or just it was separated a little bit. You just had like a really weird consistency to it. Alright, I think I got the peanut butter kneaded up pretty good. It feels more like regular peanut butter now. It doesn't feel quite as hard as it did before. But man, that's some oily packaging. Next up, we have a toaster pastry, frosted brown sugar. I've had these in the Sapaco.
Sorry, I don't know that.
The Sapaco civilian style MREs. They weren't bad. I like them better heated up. So I think what I'm going to do is put this thing in the FRH while I cook the main and get them both nice and hot. I think that'll be the way to do that. Next up in the pack we have something I've definitely been wanting to try for a long time. It is the cocoa beverage powder. I'm trying to set that to where it won't have a glare on the screen so you can see. But this cocoa beverage powder I'm definitely wanting to try. What I would really like to do is mix it with coffee so I'd make like a mocha coffee drink. That seems to be a pretty cool thing to do with these. There's a little fill line on the front side of it that kind of tells you how much to fill it up to. This was packaged by Gianna's Brothers Packing Company, Kansas City, Missouri. That's interesting. And it has a pack date of, if I can get the focus. 342nd day of 2015. Huh. So that's getting to be a little bit older. It's still good, no doubt, but it's kind of getting a little bit of age on that. But I'm sure it'll be all right. Next up in the pack we have our blackberry jam. I've never had this spread before, so this will be very interesting to pair up with the peanut butter for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and see what that tastes like. It's probably pretty good, but I'd tell you we're going to knead that as well. So we'll go ahead and give that a knead. Kind of give that a mix up. Alrighty. Next up in the pack we have the good old tried and true military MRE spoon. This right here is my favorite spoon to get, and you can really only get these in two MREs. The I think Meal Pack Supply, I think, puts these in theirs, and of course the only other way is just to buy a genuine military MRE, of course. But yeah, as far as I know, those are the only two ways to get these. But these are fantastic spoons, nice and long and sturdy. Best spoons to have right here. And last but not least, we have our genuine US Military Flameless Ration Heater. Now you can read it says US at the top. Meal ready to eat heater is what they call it. But I call it Flameless Ration Heater, or FRH for short. And this FRH was packed the 48th day of 2016. So it's fairly decent fresh. It should do quite a good job at heating this meal. And there it says Luxfer Magtech Incorporated, U.S. patent. So I guess that's the company that made our element, our heating element for today. So, alrighty. That's about everything. We go ahead and open up our accessory pack next. I think the one thing I forgot to check the date. The date was on these was the. Okay, here you go. Our osmotic cranberries was packed the 7th day of 2016, so that's like very early in the year. I hope these are good. I think some people like these and some people don't. If I don't like them, somebody in the household I'm sure will eat these. Alright, so here's our accessory packet. Let's see what we got in our accessory packet. Alrighty. Nice combination here. Accessory packets nowadays in MREs are pretty basic. I know they used to, up until about 1972 or 73, they used to have cigarettes in them, which would definitely provide use of the matches. This MRE, for some odd reason, doesn't have matches in it. That's the one thing I'm missing out of this. I just now realized. Huh. That's odd. Maybe they're getting to the point now where they're stopping to put matches in there. I don't know. Yeah, so this is a beverage base lemonade. This is a. I hope this is better than MRE Stars lemonade. It was packed 352nd day. Focus. 352nd day of 2015. So it does have a little bit of a. It still feels pretty good inside there. Shake it around a little bit, kind of break up some of the stuff. Next up we have our chewing gum. Nice little palate cleanser after you've consumed all your components of the MRE. I haven't had MRE gum, I don't think. And if I did, it was a long time ago, and that older one I tried when I was a kid. But they say it tastes, it's kind of like chiclet gum or dentine gum. It's kind of what they say it's like. Here we have our moist towelette. I still have a MRE Star moist towelette left over, so here's a side-by-side comparison. This one is MRE Star, and this one is the genuine military one. So it looks to me like the military one's a little bit bigger. I hope it's more robust, but I guess we'll find out. And here's our toilet paper, or TP. Looks to me like you better make good use of it because they don't give you a whole lot. They got it folded up really small. I can't know if I can even get it out. There. Yeah, they kind of got it folded up really small, but looks to me like when you unfold it, it looks to be about the same size as some tissues that you would blow your nose with or something. Excuse me. And the last thing in the accessory packet is some iodized salt. So, unlike the MRE Star, this menu doesn't come with hot sauce, and we just have our iodized salt. And there's also no sugar with this one, so that's another thing. So, I mean, give or take, MRE Star has some things that they put in theirs, and there's a lot of things that they don't put in theirs. And the military puts a lot of things that in theirs that you don't get with MRE Star. So, you know, it's kind of a give or take. The accessory packs, as far as I know, when it comes to military MREs, is it varies on what menu you get. So, like, if you get a Mexican dish, they'll give you hot sauce and stuff like that. And if you get, you know, like my menu is more of an Italian dish, so I guess there's no need for hot sauces or anything like that. So they kind of plan ahead on what they want to give you and what they don't want to give you. But this is going to be a very interesting ration to check out. The one thing I did notice that I don't have either is a beverage bag. Which I was surprised, because some of these do have beverage bags in them. And that's what I kind of wanted, was a beverage bag, so I didn't have to use a bottle of water like I normally have to. But looks like the way it's going to roll is I'm going to have a bottle of water indefinitely. Very interesting feature. But, you know, military MREs, they do have a lot better, a lot wider selection of menus. The MRE Star, I think there was only like 6 different menus in the whole case, and there was two MRE individuals of each menu. So military MREs, their cases, I think they have one of every menu, like in the whole case A. Like case A would be menus 1 through 12, and B would be 13 through 24, and I think you get one meal of every menu in the whole case. So that's kind of better, I think. But anyway, you know, it's you gotta give or take some. You know, you're gonna get stuff that you don't want, and somebody's gonna get something that they don't want. So I guess in the long run, if you want to do some trading with snacks or beverages, or, you know, you always have that opportunity. Here's our heating element in this. I'm hoping this is going to be a very good reacting FRH. Here's the little funny guy attempting to eat this stuff. That's always kind of hilarious to me, that they would even have to put stuff like it on there. I mean, surely if they're, you know, training people to operate tanks and heavy machine guns and explosives, that they should have enough sense to know to not eat this stuff. But it's for their own protection, I guess, against a lawsuit. Alrighty, so what I'm going to try to do, this sleeve, this is the very first time I'm using one of these sleeves, so if I'm doing something wrong, I apologize in advance. Just like with anything else, practice makes perfect, so that's what we'll have to go with. Spaghetti with beef and sauce. Okay, this thing still feels it has room, so I'm going to try to slide this toaster pastry up in there too, like that. So now I have the toaster pastry and the main inside this sleeve. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. I can't imagine this thing going in this sleeve and then going inside the FRH with this cardboard. You'd think it would just get wet and soggy and nasty, but that's what they say to do. Let's see. Here, underneath, MRE. Oh, okay. Scratch that. The assembled components goes in the MRE and then in the heater, and then the heater and everything goes inside the pouch. Okay. Sorry about that. I knew something wasn't making sense over here. Okay. All right. What do we got? Overfill. Underfull. Holy jeez. I am having a heyday with this thing today. Can't get it right for nothing. It's always a good thing that I take the element out while I'm trying to do this. Okay, I think that seems like be about right for that. So when you want to do two things in an FRH, you're going to put your heating element in between the two things that you want to heat up at the same time, and then put everything down in your bag. Now, I do get I've gotten a few ideas that people says that this is kind of a hard task to do since these FRH bags are smaller. But it does fit. So it's just the art of okay, then you roll this down. Into the sleeve it goes, and I hope this thing doesn't take off like a rocket to get this thing heated. Just like that. So, give this thing a shake around to see. Oh yeah, I can smell it doing something. So what we'll do is, it says on the instructions to prop it up with a rock or something, which I also think is kind of funny. But we'll leave that off to the side and around the back there to let it do its thing. It's starting to inflate now, so oh yeah. So next thing we'll do is, man, I got so much stuff that I want to do that I don't know what to do first. This is kind of hilarious. Since we have our bottle of water sitting here open, I guess the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and mix up our drinks. these right here, they just tear off the top. They got a little perforation. Get this in a bottle of water here. See, my whole thing about these military MREs is I would think that the military would take into consideration of how out in the middle of nowhere that some of these guys are. So when they don't include a beverage bag to mix up a beverage base, or it makes me wonder, where are you going to find a bottle of water out in the middle of well, today's current battleground is a desert. So where are you going to find a bottle of water out in the middle of the desert to mix up a beverage base with? That always puzzles me. I mean, some of these do have beverage bags, but oh well. Now this cocoa beverage powder, I don't know if they consider this to be like a hot chocolate or just a chocolate milk drink. 6 ounces hot or cold water. So I guess we could do it either as a chocolate milk drink or a hot chocolate beverage. But since we don't have any coffee in this, which another thing kind of baffles me about this whole thing, I guess what we'll do is do it as a hot cocoa beverage since I don't have coffee. Find my cup here. And just like everything else, we're going to have to add water to the thing. This is ironically the most that I've used this Keurig myself to do MRE reviews with, because I've had coffee. I usually have had coffee with all the MRE Star ones, and this is the first one that doesn't have coffee in it, and ironically it's a military one, so go figure on that one, right? There we go. Now it says 6 ounces of hot water, so we'll go ahead and get this 6 ounces. I'm going to mix this stuff up in its beverage container. I mean, this is a beverage bag if you consider it to be a beverage bag, but these usually have two, like one for coffee, like a hot beverage bag, and one for your beverage base. And your beverage base in some of these are even electrolyte fortified, so it mixes up like Gatorade. I was surprised that this didn't have Gatorade. So just the plain Jane beverage base. And this here seems to be okay. Found it. This is all new stuff to me, so just bear with me. I'm trying to make sure that I don't forget anything. Give us a little bit of a smell just to see what it smells like, since I've never smelled it before. Oh, so it smells exactly like Nesquik chocolate milk mix to me. But they say this is going to make a hot chocolate, so I'm going to do this over the sink, because if it spills, I don't want to spill hot water all over the place. So we'll do this at the sink. So I got the water in there. Now what it says to do now is shake it. Yeah, fill line, close zipper, shake to mix. And it's just single use only, so I went ahead and rolled it down on the top. Wow, that's hot. So to help prevent any extra spillage. Alrighty, that seems like it's pretty well mixed up. So we'll set that back to the back there, because that right there is pretty hot. So I'm trying to think of what we got going here. The FRH doesn't feel very hot, but I'm not getting quite the reaction that I'm used to getting out of these FRHs. I would like for the toaster pastry to be warm, because those is the only way that I like those toaster pastries is when they're warm. But oh well, we'll give it a little while longer. Maybe it'll start doing its thing here in a little bit. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check out this multi-grain snack bread. See what it's looking like. And wow, check that out. That looks like a little slice of bread, like off of a loaf. This is going to be this is a little bit more successful to get out of the pack than the crackers was. But only the taste test will prove if this is a suitable replacement, in my opinion, for the crackers. I know I like bread with my spaghetti, but unfortunately, since this is the only bread that you get, it'll have to go for the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that they provided for us to make. So let me get that peanut butter and jelly sandwich kind of rolling here. Wow, this pack feels really greasy. But I'm presuming now that that's kind of a normal thing. What I'm going to do with this spread is I'm going to try some on their own before I put it on the bread, so that I can tell you what it tastes like, if it's actually really good peanut butter or crappy peanut butter. And I don't know if we're going to be able to open this, since the pack is so greasy you can't hardly get a grip on it to open it. So what I want to do is just use a pair of scissors to open it. I know in the field you would just use a knife, but might as well leave these out. I'm sure there's going to be something else that's going to hurt. Hang on a second. Alrighty. I just got the indication that my battery was going low, so I figured I needed to improvise before I lost all footage again. Kind of show some peanut butter going out here. Alright, this is what it looks like out of the pack. It's quite a nice looking peanut butter. It's really smooth. Let's go ahead and give it a taste and see what it's tasting like. That peanut butter is really good. It tastes like a very creamy Jif peanut butter. I'm pretty stoked about that peanut butter because, you know, for not ever having MRE peanut butter before, that's a pretty good first experience right there. Next, we'll go ahead and try the blackberry jam. I've never had blackberry jam before at all, like even store-bought blackberry jam. So this is going to be pretty interesting as well. And then again, this one's giving me a fit, so we'll just give that a cut. Let's see. There's quite a bit of air trapped in these packs. When you squeeze it out, you can hear the air kind of like mushing out. It gives a weird sound. There's our blackberry jam, and it does show up very black. Like this is almost Vanta black colored. All right, so let's give this a try and see what kind of peanut butter and jelly sandwich we're going to have. Wow, that is really good. That is probably some of the best jam I've had. So I can tell without a doubt this is going to make quite a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of these two components. Well, let me try our beverage base here and see if it's any better. It looks like it mixes up better. It's not so weak looking. See if it's better than the MRE Stars. Oh yeah. That is the way lemonade base powder is supposed to taste. That made an excellent beverage base. Very excellent. It tastes like a freshly made lemonade you get at the fair or something. Like where they fresh squeeze it. Very nice. So since our main is still cooking off here, let's go ahead and get our cranberries osmotics opened up here. And we'll see what these things are like. They just kind of tear straight open across the top there. Alright. This is what they look like. So yeah, my guess was right. They're about like a raisin, but a cranberry instead of a grape. I'm hoping they taste just about as good, if not better. So let's give them a taste and see what we're getting into here. These are actually pretty decent. They do kind of have a weird aftertaste, but that might be more the cranberry or something than anything else. But those are actually pretty enjoyable. I actually like those. Gave a really nice. It's got a really nice cranberry flavor. I'm trying to clean up this area here. The area was starting to get a little bit of a clutter to it, and I was going to try to clean up what we got left here to check out. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make our peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I have no idea how I'm going to do this one. So I guess I'm just going to squeeze the peanut butter in kind of like a zigzag or whatever, and then put the jam over top of it. I really like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, so this is going to be a very decent snack for me in this one. This peanut butter, by the way, looks like it's very spreadable, and they give you a fair decent amount in the pack. I mean, as you can see, I went all around the thing and I still got probably another lap's worth of peanut butter in the pack. Fun fact about peanut butter and where it comes from, where it originated. Peanut butter, excuse me. Peanut butter actually started in the 1920s as a protein substitute for people who don't have any teeth and can't chew meat. So they could still get their peanut butter, or not their, well, obviously their peanut butter, but they could still get their protein supplement and wouldn't lose their muscle mass. Alrighty. That is quite a lot of peanut butter, and I probably got too much peanut butter in here on this, but since this is technically $17 peanut butter, I definitely want to make sure I get it all out and not waste any. So that's what I'm doing here. What's a jar of peanut butter cost the store? Like $3-4 a jar, and this is $17 for one little pack. So yeah, you can kind of get the idea that you want to definitely get it all out. I think I did just that. Pretty satisfying. Next up, we have our blackberry jam. That stuff is very good. I'm almost half tempted to put another spoonful in my mouth on that one. But we'll go ahead and get it on here as well. So this is technically $17 jam. Looks like our peanut butter to jam ratio is going to be overly done with peanut butter. So you got a higher peanut butter ratio than a jam ratio, which that's okay. This stuff coming out of the pack probably looks a lot like a lot of things, but it is really jam, I promise. It's not nothing weird. Alright. So I think that's about all we're going to get out of that. Looks like it's pretty well spent. Wow. It's been a while since I've had blackberries that tasted that good. If only blackberries would taste like blackberry jam. I don't think you can keep people out of the blackberry bushes. Alrighty, so I think that's about everything's taste-wise. I did the drinks, I did the cranberries, I did the peanut butter and jelly. I didn't do the snack bread. Oh, okay, that's what I didn't do. I didn't taste the snack bread by itself. So we'll pinch off a little piece off the corner here. About like that. That should be enough to taste it by itself. See what this tastes like. That tastes. It's very, very well multi-grain snack bread, without a doubt. It's got that kind of sawdusty, thirst-provoking flavor to it, like whole wheat bread has. But all in all, it's actually pretty good for a bread. I'm not, I'm not going to diss on it any. It's pretty good. You couldn't go wrong with that. The military seems to like to try their ways with some stuff. Try to make these things a little bit healthier. Try to make them more filling. Our cocoa beverage base, we'll give it a try and see what it's tasting like. Oh wow, that is very good. The cocoa beverage base, it tastes just like hot chocolate. Kind of like a Swiss Miss or whatever, but that is very good. And all this stuff has your vitamins and minerals in it, of course. So you always got the benefits. If you eat all this stuff, you will get more than your needs of vitamins out of it. The only thing left to try is our main, and I'm trying to see if this thing's going to take off or not. It doesn't act like it's hardly done anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the toaster pastry out. I think maybe it's just blocking some of the water from getting to the heating element and allowing the heating element to work. Besides that, I think it's heated that up enough anyway. We'll give it a try. I know this thing should work better than what it has. I mean, it's not a very old flameless ration here, so. Oh, now we're cooking. I can hear it bubbling now. That's what it was. That toaster pastry was kind of blocking it off. Oops. Got my finger in the peanut butter. Alright, so for the toaster pastry, crack into that thing. If it's going to allow us to. Not. Oh, jeez. Really? Oh. Alright. Well, this thing's not letting us get into it very easy, so we're going to have to go back to Mr. Scissors here. Toaster pastry seems to have suffered a casualty here. It kind of crumbled up inside the pack. Oh well, it's still all there though. The toaster pastry tastes just like your standard Pop-Tart brand. Not a big fan of toaster pastry, to be honest, but unless it got was able to get fully heated up. But you know, good thing there's really only one in there because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of it. So we're still waiting on the main to heat up, since unfortunately I had a multi-heat attempt fail with a try to heat two things in these things. So we'll give our peanut butter and jelly sandwich a try next and see what this thing's going to taste like altogether. I do think I got a little bit too much peanut butter on there, but I definitely wanted to use it all, so here we go. Wow, that is actually pretty nice. I think that there's, you can't go wrong with that. Who doesn't like a classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And it's blackberry jam at that, so you get a little bit of a curveball. It is thirst provoking though. I mean, you have that peanut butter and you have that multigrain snack bread. It is thirst provoking. I'm going to save our gum for last because I don't want to ruin my palate for the spaghetti with beef sauce we still have to do yet. That still kind of disappoints me about the multi-heat attempt there with the toaster pastry and the spaghetti. I was hoping I could heat those two up because those toaster pastries would be a whole lot better heated up. Still waiting on that thing to heat up. I mean, I'd like to get it pretty well heated up. My apologies for the lack of. We'll give our cocoa beverage, hot chocolate, here another go. Wow, that is something. Like, I could stand here and drink that all in one sitting, like right now. That's how good that cocoa beverage powder is. Very, very nice. Well, while we're sitting here waiting, I guess I could show you the moist towelette. In my other review, where I did MRE Stars moist towelette, we kind of noted that it smelled like commercial bath soap out of a public bathroom. But this is what it looks like in the pack, and we'll give it a smell and see if it smells the same or if it smells any different. Okay, this smells like the kind you get at a barbecue restaurant place. Like if you've been eating ribs and they give you those moist towelettes to clean the barbecue sauce off of you. That's what this one smells like. It's kind of like a lemony smell. Kind of looks like that. We'll go ahead and open it here. Wow, that is this is a really wet one. Seems to be decently strong as well. It's stronger than MRE Stars. So it's going to definitely do the job, it feels like. Very nice. That's actually a lot better one. I think our main's just about, yeah, our main's done. We can go ahead and get into our main now. Yeah, that thing took off a lot better. You can kind of see, maybe, yeah, you can see the steam rolling out of it now. You got that toaster pastry out of there, and that kind of woke that thing up. I don't know how good it heated. Yeah, it heated our food up quite well. Now with the military's main pack, you probably remember MRE Stars. They opened up across the top. The military ones they open along the side long ways, so you don't have to dig down so far to get to your food. And I like that better. I'm glad the military decided to go this route. Now here's our inside of our main. You can kind of see the spaghetti and beef and sauce in there, kind of looking like a grocery store brand canned pasta style, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot better than that. We'll go ahead and try it without adding any salt. MREs, to my knowledge, are already come packed with salt, so all the people with high blood pressure, make sure you definitely read up, and you may have to get the lower sodium ones. That's better than the store brand canned pasta by far. It is on the bland side, so what we'll do, oops, lost some salt there. But we'll go ahead and put our salt in here. Give us a good stir up. Obviously, what I'm going to be missing out of my mains, since you all already know that I like putting crackers in my mains. But yep, that's what's going to be missing is my good old MRE crackers. I really wish this came with both crackers and the bread. But like I said, sometimes you have to give and take what you can give and take. Now let's try it with after the salt. Oh yeah. We're on to something now. Clean up some mess again here. I think that's about it. I think I've tried everything else for y'all. So before this video gets too long and it takes me a week to upload it like it usually would, I think I'm going to end it out here, and I'm going to finish this MRE up and consume everything. Oh wait, one last thing, since we did try the our main, we'll go ahead and try our gum here. We'll see what this stuff kind of tastes like. Here's a look. It's kind of like chiclet. Huh. That is a very strong peppermint flavor. Not too strong though. I mean, it was kind of strong for the first couple seconds, and then it kind of tampers down. But it's a decent peppermint flavor. I mean, when you're finished eating, it'll definitely cleanse your palate for you. But yeah, that's going to be everything with this one, guys. This was a 2016 date of production genuine military MRE. Menu 4 spaghetti with beef and sauce. These were 2018 inspection dated. So everything turned out to be still good with this. I had no problems. The FRH, of course, if I hadn't tried to heat both those things up, it turned out to be just fine. It heated the meal right up. So that's going to do it with this one. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see what I got coming up next. I have no idea what's coming up next after this one. If you would like to send me any MREs or rations to review on camera, I'll put my address in the description below, and that'll tell you where to send it to. But yeah, any kind of MRE that you have that you want me to review, go ahead and send it in. Alright, that's going to do it with this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.